I think so. With how John H plays, you mean that if he has somebody doing the runs off his shoulder, then he panic and boxing because he plays with his back to go.
Because of the age, that kind of lot of running, that kind of running. So he'll be where like number 10 be a mobile, which must support him more.
Of course.
But some supported the all canon with a little bit of Alex Bansu. Okuta ball now has the full back, the right wing back, no, it's a full back, no. It's not doing that overlapping run.
That is Amankwa, Emmanuel Amankwa.
He's not going.
He's not overlapping.
So the boy has to try to dribble or try to find a striker from where he is. Sometimes it's difficult for him.
Okay.
So, but Omu tries overlapping and underlap for that boy. They could get something out of it.
Both goalkeepers have not really been tested in this game. About a few shots about Benjamin Asare and a few crosses, he's been able to gather them. Same with Dan Lad. As a
crosses are Kotoko. They call Asare Honina. They should pull him off his 6-yard box.
Meaning it's too close to him.
It's too close to him. He'll pick everything. You go 100 times, you pick everything. Let him come out of the 6 and see what happens. Other than that, when you say direct cross, you never pick any.
It looks like Kotoko's winger Eric Beta is a very exciting player to watch. Ojibona, he runs directly towards Emmanuel Amankwa. He doesn't even look back.
Yeah. He's a good player. He's a good player. Just that they should dribble deep inside the box and not go in and cut in and give a back pass.
Salifu, with what you've seen, what do you think could be the difference for both sides? Let's start with Heartful. Your Heartful. What should change about the team? A system, and I say a players, there should be some changes because I've seen the likes of Karim all on the bench.
Yes, it's how on football. I don't know.
Even George Bako is on the bench.
I mean, coaching is on more that kind of football now. How 2 and 3 now? A bad thing, some numbers were anymore.
Okay.
Because so they have to move forward. So because on low block. So how low block? One could do unless back that guy is very good player. So could do another one support one. I think so many numbers here anymore.
Coach Richard Bodu Agadas, popularly known as Agadas, is already on a yellow card. Anytime he gets closer to Hussein, he fouls him. Should have to use Hussein as a weapon to ensure, say, Agadas maybe would get another yellow card.
Play against him and you have your way. But give me 1 second, let me acknowledge the presence of Honorable J. Marie, Nkonya MP. That has a habit their way through there.
Well, surely both teams will make their way back onto the pitch. I've seen Asante Kotoko coming out quickly. Second half prediction. First half, who predicted draw? Second half, though. Abeko say.
Yeah, me say me say Kotoko me first and rotate on board that kind of 2 pass now. The just half will be good. And as me say has so we going get something to join here. Because has we go second half. Me say more 2 goals between our second half.
Coach, what about you?
1 goal Kotoko.
Well, let's see what happens in the second 45 minutes. Back to our commentators, Kelvin Osuasa and Michael Bodu as well. See you after the second 45 minutes.
for second half action for the 2026 Democracy Cup. Asante Kotoko nil, Hatofok nil. That was how the opening half ended. And we are back from the rest as Asante Kotoko quickly have a group chat before organizing themselves for second half. As the assistant referees will check the goalposts to make sure everything is intact. The two sets of teams are back for second half action. Michael, from what we witnessed in the opening half, could we see any changes, or who could be taking advantage of this final 45 minutes to win?
I think the expectation is that, you see, as the sprinkler system waters the pitch to increase the moisture, then these same players will come up and then water this game with goals, because I think they've played some exciting brand of football. Hasselhoff have had their fair share of moments where they've created very good chances. They've played some delightful brand of football. The same applies to Asante Kotoko. The only thing lacking is a goal, and I think it is what will bring life and color into this game. First half was okay. Second half, they should give us more, but with efficiency.
Hatofok will have a final word from the captain, Benjamin Asari. Before restarting play, they will be playing from left to right in the second half. Both squads remain unchanged. Dan Lad, Sanja, Hamzata, Amua, Esiedu, Buadu, Inusa, Kader, Gbeta, Mama Jaman, Asari, Mankwaya, Sibe, Ali, Mensa, Asman, Ponta, Hussein, Entry, Bantu, and Kakari and Hatofok. Restart play after the whistle from referee Charles Bulu. Better wings possession. Ball down to Kader. A very good sliding tackle from Amankwa. Throwing for Kotoko. The opening seconds of the second half. Esiedu goes in for a long throw. Looking for Mama. Loses the aerial tussle to SCB. Amwa. Buadu wings possession. Goes in with a drive, looking for the effort, but it goes wide. Intention was clear, but execution.
Yeah, but it was an audacious attempt. Maybe he felt it, but then again, there are times you don't really trust your instincts. You just play to the book. He should have passed, and then they moved the ball forward.
Inosa down the right hand side, checks in onto his left, goes in with a delivery. But as he reads the situation, the fans seem not happy with that pass from Inosa.
There have been painstaking moments from him where he struggled to find the Asante Kotoko attackers, either of Mama or Opoko Ajiman. And I think he needs to work on that. He's trying. You can appreciate his efforts, but then again, it all leads up to the frustration at the end that he's not able to deliver the final ball. And I think if he's able to work on that aspect of his game, he will be a beautiful player to watch.
Amwa switches play down the left hand side. Better, clever touch. Place it back to Amwa. Long ball down the left hand side. Esiedu wins the aerial tussle. The ball drops to Benjamin Asari. Esiedu has been flagged offside. For matches played in August between these two sides, Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hatofok have faced off 12 times. Kotoko winning 4 times, Hatofok winning 4 times, and 4 of those games have ended in draws. Inusa on his bike, running into the final third of the pitch, feeds the ball up to Beta. Beta sent to the delivery. The ball comes off the head of Hussein. Benjamin Asari grabs it, sends in a long one quickly. Hamzata quickly checks his line, finds Buadu. Buadu to Amwa. Beta waiting for the passenger with a delivery, looking for the run of Mama. And once again, SCB clears his line. Buadu. Sanja. There's a poor delivery there from Sanja. Buadu breaks his man down. It's going to be a free kick against the midfielder. Hussein seems clearly not happy with the decision from Ransford Mensah in booting the ball away.
Yeah. Clearly excited, but just some moments ago we saw the control and the authority Richard Boyd exerts in the middle, and I think it is one crucial thing they missed mostly during last season. His inclusion would actually help Kotoko in that stead.
Amankwa back to SCB. Ali. Ransford Mensah. Hussein. Boadu was first to it, but Hussein quickly picks up the remains. Kakari inside the penalty area. Out to this man, but Hamza Tar will clear his lines. Ali Mohammed. Diving header to win possession. Hussein keeps the ball in play. Ransford. Checks it back onto his left foot. Ali. Inside the center circle, he finds SCB. Amankwa just on the halfway line. He forced to get the ball back to Ali. Crossfield delivery, but that's a poor one. And Ransford couldn't keep it in play. Throw in for Kotoko. Hamzata. Sanja. Better. Sanja. Sent in a long one down the left-hand side. It wasn't too far away from Amankwa, who calmly keeps possession for Hatofo. Ali. SCB. Rolls it quickly down the stride, finds Amankwa. Inusa tried to pile the pressure on him. I'm surprised that Inusa and Better have switch flanks.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could be tactical from the coach. I don't know what they are looking at, but I would have preferred the two wingers to maintain their positions. One crucial thing I observed was that, yes, they were threatening, but they mostly struggled to connect with their attackers or the center forwards. And it's actually an area they need to improve. I don't know if this change is geared towards that, but that aside, I don't understand why they have to switch flanks.
And SCB will quickly clear his lines, throwing for Kotoko. Mama, who wanted to start it quickly by Inusa. Felt they were outnumbered and decides to take his time. It's going to be a long throw in from Patrick Asiedu. It's rather going against the Santa Kotoko. But a delay in throwing the ball. New rules being applied here. Richard Wood. Altwere Smaka has been brought down by Kwesi Asma. Very good play from Boadu. But Asma couldn't allow him to progress, and he's brought him down. Got to be a free kick in a good shooting position for Kotoko.
And he could not afford that. Boadu was on a run. We know how explosive he can be at times too when he finds himself in such positions. But then again, Kwesi Asma had to do this also knowing he had a yellow card. So he had to do it in a way where it will not attract a second caution. And I think in that sense, he did well. Credits to him, was able to fault the Asante Kotoko attack and avert any danger.
And delivery inside the penalty area and had to fall clear the alliance. Kwesi Asma with a long one. Asiedu quickly chasing. Finds Danlad Ibrahim. Sanja. Asiedu. Opoko Ajiman finds Better. Kader. Boadu. Asiedu switches play to Amwa. Amwa on his back. Looking forward to sending a delivery. Amwa with a cross in there, but Mama bundled down. Kotoko wants a penalty, but referee says nothing doing. Benjamin Asai throws it down quickly. Emmanuel Amankwa. Mama still down on the turf injured, and referee Charles Bulu will whistle for medics to attend to Emmanuel Mama. See the Hartlepool fans there enjoying themselves. Once there are no goals, you can afford to celebrate.
Definitely, and I like how still they are enthusiastic about their teams. We need to see more of this, because the game over here is as exciting as it can get, but it will need that energy, it will need that soul from the fans. They need to bring that kind of football we witness here to color. They add the excitement, they add the variety that we expect from games like this. And the fans will enjoy themselves. The players that cannot give them goals, it still does not deter them from appreciating the brand of football their teams have exhibited. And that was a beautiful moment there with the two House of Folk fans who were beautifully hoisting the flag. They were just enjoying the moment, reveling in it, and just making sure that they will not allow the barrenness of this game to get to them. It's a beautiful one.
John Mensah, former captain of the Black Stars, having a quick chat with Samuel Boadu in there in the executive seat, the presidential box, the VVIP section of the Barbara Sports Stadium. Patrick Asiedu couldn't latch onto that ball. Kader with a quick ball, he finds Opokwajima, loses possession. Boadu trying to stay strong. SCB slicing to make the tackle and win possession. Quick ball down the right hand side, but too heavy a pass for Kakari to latch onto. Goal kick for Asante Kotoko. Boadu in possession. Picks up Opokwajima. Stays strong on the ball. Opokwajima with a drive in there. He was always rising. Way off target.
Yeah, but who can fault him? He had made one excellent move. He dribbled inside. He saw a moment. There was enough space. He decided to take the shot. I wouldn't have done that. I would have expected him to just progress the ball further and then weigh up the options. But he decided to just go with his instincts, and it did not pay off because the execution was very average.
You see Asma with a quick ball down the left hand side. He manages to find Banto, but he's been flagged offside. Lex Banto has been flagged offside. Hamza with a long one, either looking for the run there. Mama wins the initial tussle. Ball drops to Opokwajima. Comes second best to SCB. Ali will clear his lines. Amwa gets onto the end of that. Clever attack from Bantu. He has Sanja to face. Bantu checks in onto his right, but Kotoko in possession. Kader finds Better. Better on his back. On the halfway line. That's a sliding tackle from behind. Winning possession cleanly. Bantu to Hussein. Bantu wants the return. He's been fed with it. Hussein ran into a very good position, but the cross was undesirable there from Bantu. And Sanja keeping possession, preventing the ball from going out of play, but eventually sends it out for a throw-in for Hartlepool.
All the hard work, everything he put into keeping the ball in play comes to nothing because his clearance was very lazy.
An exercise in futility it was. 3 substitutions being readied, and Hartlepool will quickly make them. Karim Berfi, George Paku coming on. Martin Kakari goes off. Abdul Karim is on. Kwesi Asma is also going off. And in his place, George Paku. Waiting for confirmation of the last substitution, where Mankwa Berfi has also come on. And that's Berfi on the right hand side. Decides to check onto his left. Berfi sent in a very good delivery. John and that's a brilliant save from Dallara near post. Brilliant delivery, excellent head, and Danlad parrying that away. Had to folk, knocking on the door of Kotoko. Emmanuel Amankwa with a delivery inside the penalty area. Hamza jumps high and wins possession. That's a blast from the half volley. Ransford Mensah, but it was always rising. It was always rising and he couldn't keep that ball close. Confirmation of the substitution, Abdul Karim. On for Martin Kakari. Ball on the left-hand side. Picked up by George Parker. George Parker checks onto his right-hand side, looking for that delivery. Seems to have just played it out.
So just gone by there, that save by Danlad had to be made because the header and the connection from John Entry was definitely destined for the net. And it had to take that effort from Danlad to keep the ball from entering. It was very, very positive that he had to intervene in that instance. And then Nibosa Kapo made a change, and one substitute was actually a part of that build-up that led to the header from John Entry. I think positive changes.
Better with the delivery, always hanging, and Benjamin Asari will come out to grab that. Sent in a long one. John Entry couldn't keep it in play for Hartlepool. And Kotoko will pick up possession once again. The final substitution for Hartlepool. It was Hussein Mohammed going off for Amankwa Befi. Patrick Esiedu trying to send that one in. Manuel Amankwa blocks that effort. Esiedu wants a quick throw in. Sent in a long way into the penalty area. Mama with a flick on. Ball drops on Benjamin. And Benjamin Asari picks up the scrap. Clearly not happy with his defensive unit. But the Black Star shot stopper, agile to make that save.
So far, the two goalkeepers have been on point in terms of stopping their teams from conceding. Moments ago, it was Danlad. This time around, it's Benjamin Asare, and I think it is very positive. You see, as the game grows, the momentum never ceases. It keeps going to each other's camp. The pendulum is swinging, but the two teams are giving us very good football, and I like it.
Befi wins a throwing down the right-hand side. Amankwa. Rafael Amponsa. Mensah goes in with a low drive. He's been stopped right there. Kader, clever tattoo out with Mensah. And it's Better on his bike. There's a 2 against 3. Better being asked to send the ball. And a Sibe read the situation to make that brilliant interception.
It was a brilliant one, and I don't think Better will be happy because he had wanted to hit the ball in a certain way, but the pitch actually slowed down the projection of the ball, the trajectory of the ball, and it allowed Esibe to also read the situation and then make that timely interception. Beautiful defending. The execution from Better will leave him disappointed. Next time he needs to do better.
30 minutes more to play. Alex Manson down his right hand side. He finds Emmanuel Amankwa. Amankwa with a delivery. Kader stops it. Patrick Esiedu finds Opokwajima, trying to get past Esibe. Very good defensive work there from Esibe. Wins possession. Gets the ball to Paku. Paku with a dink down the right hand side. Amankwa Befi brings it down cleverly. Trying to get the better of Patrick Esiedu. Esiedu trying to stay strong. Befi keeping hold of the ball.